I think we're started. I have such a shiny face today. You could like see a reflection in my face today. Oh, I guess you could see too much of my reflection because my background just got dark. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the What's Up in Makeup chat. I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm hoping you can see me. It's that awkward moment when I don't know. I say that every week, but it is. It's like I never know whether it's live or not. Hopefully everybody is well. I had quite the debacle with the show last night. So I am like a mess today. My contact lens is messing up. Like I'm all watery eyed on my right side. But we have a job to do today. Our job today is to declutter my eyeshadow palettes. And let me just show you what we're decluttering today. So this bag is full of eyeshadow palettes. This bag is full of eyeshadow palettes. I'm not done. And, oh my gosh, I can't even lift this one up. Oh my gosh! This bag is full of eyeshadow palettes. And this is not my blush and bronzer palettes. This is just eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is my thing. I love my eyeshadow. It's probably one of my favorite things in the whole world. I love my children. I love my husband. I love my eyeshadow palettes. I love my coffee and my chocolate. That's the stuff that I love in life. So, lots and lots and lots of eyeshadow palettes. So, let me say hello to the collective brain real quick. People that are here to help me make the tough choices that I'm going to make. So, I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way up to the top and say hello to the people who are here live in chat. People that were here first. Oh, it's not letting me scroll all the way up. Oh man, that's a bummer. What is going on here? Oh, come on. Let me scroll up. Goofy chat. It's not letting me scroll up. Oh, what is going on here? I gotta put my coffee down for this. What? It's not letting me go up. Let me go up, chat. Really? I am seriously having technical craziness going on. I can go down, but I can't go up. So I'm just going to say hi to the people that are here. I know there were a lot of people here early that I know I'm going to miss. I feel bad. Liz is here. Sosie is here. Heather is here. Alicia's here. Karen and Keker. Nadine is here. Lizzie is here. Addie's here. Good morning to everybody. I do apologize that I can't scroll up. Good morning, Becca and Melissa and Cheyenne, Mama, and Tabitha here. Witch Mom Davis is here. Tabitha is Witch Mom Davis. Our Tabitha is not going to be here today, so hopefully there'll be a moderator in. We'll cross our fingers that someone will be here moderating. All right, so let me show you real quick before we do the decluttering. Last week, the super chat was off the hook. I'm still recovering from the super chat from last week. So I just want to show you that I did purchase something with some of the money. So you guys know from the first super chat, I had bought this from the first one. And then the second one, I bought these Makeup Geek lippies. So I'm just going to show you really quickly what I got. I didn't spend all of the money on these, but I did spend some money on these. So I got 10 of them. I kind of calculated, I didn't want to get, these I bought with my money. Those don't count. I didn't want to get the ones that I knew I'd never wear again, and I could spend $30 more and get the entire collection, but I didn't want to do that because I knew that that $30 would be wasted on things that I would swatch once and then never use again, so I did not spend that money. So I got, oh, they're all in boxes, but these Showstopper Creme Stains. This is in the shade Foxtrot, but I'm going to do a whole video on these. We're going to do lip swatches. We're going to do full review. I just got these yesterday in the mail, and I'm just opening them up now because they were sitting in my mailbox, and I forgot to check my mailbox. So, yes. So I'm really, really excited about these. Let's just swatch one. So I want to thank you guys so much for your donations because this is what you purchased. Wow, that is opaque. I was thinking it was going to be more of like a lip stain, but it doesn't look like it. It looks more like a liquid lipstick. Cool, man. But they didn't call it a liquid lipstick, so we're going to have to find out why. But I did want to show you that, and thank you so much for that. And then now I need to wipe this off before I get it all over my clothes, because I do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into eyeshadow palettes. I also got some of the foiled shadows that were on sale, but I didn't take that off of the super chat. I just bought those because I wasn't sure if I was going to review those or not. All right, let me make sure I'm all the way down at the bottom of the, yeah, it wouldn't let me scroll all the way up. That's a big bummer. All right, Fiza's here. Hi, Fiza. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and start decluttering. One thing I do want to mention is I am going to keep some things just because I want to have them for reference, because I am a reviewer and I want to make sure that I have palettes. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of them, I do want to keep them. It looks like we're crooked a little bit. I do want to keep them because I want to be able to swatch them next to each other, you know, and if they're big palettes from big companies. So this one's brand new to me. The review of this should be coming out this week. This is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself palette. There's some positives and negatives with this, but this is definitely being kept. This is the Makeup Revolution Redemption Eyeshadow Palette Iconic 1. I did not enjoy this palette. I know a lot of people really like this palette, but I don't like it, to be honest. The payoff is just not there for me, and I don't enjoy it. Catherine says, I couldn't do this to, wait. She couldn't do this, Jen, to, wait. Oh, she's an eyeshadow junkie. She'd have trouble decluttering. It's very difficult. I'm going to be keeping a lot. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. But I am going to pass this along because this is not very old. Pass along goes, wait. This is keep. This is, there's somebody texting me. Oh, junk. This is, where's, sorry, I'm so off today. Okay, so we're going to put pass alongs over to the right. Okay, so this is what I'm going to keep for nostalgia. This is the first eyeshadow palette that I bought when I first started the channel. I was so excited. Ty, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Ty. Thank you. I made a spreadsheet of all the donations so I can keep track, and I'll give you a shout out in the video. So this is the original Vice palette. This was the first big high-end makeup purchase that I ever made. I'm keeping it because of nostalgia and no other reason. So I'm going to go ahead and make a pile of eyeshadow palettes I'm keeping, but I'm not planning on using. Alicia says I need a box of tissues already. I don't know if the tears are going to be there. I will be 100% appreciative, but I don't know if I'm going to cry this week or not. How funny is that? I do have some Too Faced eyeshadow palettes that I am going to show you. This is the Vice 3? 2? 3? Which one is this? I don't know. It doesn't say on it. This is 3, I think. I think this is the Vice 3. This is another one I'm going to keep just for reference purposes. It would be too old to pass along anyway. It's really old. Hi, Terry Lee. How are you? Good to see you. And hey, Steph. Thanks for holding down the fort, moderators. Terry Lee and Steph, thank you so much. All right, so I'm keeping that for nostalgia. Okay, let's see. This is another one that I'm going to pass along. This is, Nina says she's looking forward to my Make Believe in Yourself review. Thank you so much. It should be out this week. I'm looking forward to you guys seeing it too. So this is the Nude Collection by Pure Cosmetics. There's no way I'm ever going to reach for this. Vice 3. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Flory, and Makeup Life, and Mo Goldsby. Thank you so much. And Mila, I'm going to say Mila. Anonymous Vlogger says, I tried the Makeup Revolution dupe for the Naked palettes, and the shadows legit did not show up on my face. Yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Mandy says, what's Super Chat? It's a way to donate to the channel, so it's totally optional, Mandy. It's just one of those things that people can do if they choose to do. I'm not asking anybody to do it, but if people do want to do it, I'm not going to stop them. Because it helps me to buy things for the channel, and I'll give you a shout out in the video that you purchased that thing. It's kind of like being a Patreon, you know, like on Patreon, things like that. So anyway, I'm going to be getting rid of the Nude Collection. I'm going to pass that along to somebody. I'm going to set that over here. Okay, this is brand new to me. Nancy sent this to me. This is going to be in What the K. Beautiful Journey says, Jen, use the cubbies behind you for your keep and get rid of piles so we can see. Well, they're full, unfortunately. I can't use them. So maybe here, I do have boxes that I've saved, but I don't think the problem is the boxes are going to overflow. So, I mean, I can kind of try to stack them up, though, for you. I will. I think there should be a button that says Super Chat if you want to do a Super Chat. I think there's a button. Thanks, Mandy. So anyway, this is going to be in a What the K. If you haven't seen my What the K series, it's a place where I test Korean beauty items. I personally love the series. It's not super popular on the channel, but because I'm loving it and the people that are watching are loving it, I'm totally keeping it. This is probably the one that I'm going to review next week. This week I'm doing these mustache things that I'm filming. They're like mustache wrinkle eraser things. Laura's here from Mrs. Lola Lynn. Hey, how are you? Good to have you here. She's in a different time zone. Man, it's early for you, girlfriend. Thank you for being here. So I haven't played with this yet, so I need to start playing with it. They're very, very creamy. They feel like straight up jelly. They're so weird. So I'm really excited to play with that and try that this coming week so that it can be in What the K next week. So that's from Nancy. So thank you, Nancy, for this. Steph says she loves What the K. Thank you so much. I do too. So that's definitely being kept. Hold on a second. I'm losing my... Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Here's another good one. Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen Palette. Oh, love you back, Laura. Yeah, Felicia says she likes What the K too. Yay, thank you. This is one that I'm probably going to keep for reference purposes. This is one that I don't reach for very often. There are just palettes that I like better than this. It's not a bad palette. It's actually a pretty good palette. There's some shades in here that I don't like. I do have a full review. AJ, stop it! I love you, AJ. Thank you. That was really, really nice of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This shade right here, Gator Wings, is full of glitter as well. Sippy Sippy is also full of glitter, so I don't really like that very much. But I really do like these shadows. They're very, very nice, especially for Tarte shadows, because I'm not the biggest fan of Tarte shadows. So I was actually quite impressed with this. I really like the blush. The bronzer is a little orange, but the shadows are really nice. But I am going to keep that probably more for reference purposes, and I'll probably break it out every once in a while. So this is going in the keep pile. This is probably, I'm just letting you know, this is probably going to be a multiple week declutter. Okay, so this is another thing that Nancy sent me. This is the Neapolitan Ice Cream Palette by Beauty Bakery. And I'm still testing this out, but I can tell you right now I'm not super impressed with it so far. It's really cute. It actually kind of reminds me of the Swamp Queen palette a little bit now looking at it. Just the shades with the shimmery, you know, the shimmery browns and things like that. But the quality of it, they're not as punchy as I hoped that they would be, especially for an indie brand, because indie brands typically knock it out of the park. And this one's just kind of okay for me. It kind of reminds me of the Velvet 59 ones, where they're just kind of okay. So I'm going to keep this for a little while, and I'd love to review it. This will probably be in my monthly favorites this month, because it's just kind of okay. But I probably will eventually pass this along after I spend some time with it. Oh, thank you, Laura. Laura says, yes, Brianna Jen inspires me to declutter. Oh, thank you. Marinella says, I love the Swamp Queen palette. Oh, I missed it. I was glad to get it at Sephora when it was sold out everywhere else. Nice. Yeah, I do like it. It's just I don't reach for it. Seashell Style says, hey, Jen, it's my first time making it to live chat, but I always catch you on the replay. Oh, well, welcome to live chat. Ty says, we are just so proud of you for actually attempting to declutter palettes better than most of us. It's hard, girlfriend. It is hard. So we're going to keep that one, but that one's not going to go in my active. So now we're going to make a new pile. So we've got like the actively using eyeshadow palettes that are going to go in like these things. I have 3 of these things. And then we have ones that'll go in a drawer for like occasional use. Hi, Andrea. How are you? So good to see you. Amanda says she loves the Swamp Queen palette. Got it at Tarte 30% off. That is a nice deal. I did not get mine 30% off. This actually reminds me of my road trip because I filmed the review of this before I left for my road trip, and the memory card with the video footage was in my computer when it got stolen on my road trip. So I lost the footage for this and had to refilm. So it's kind of a memory there too. All right, so we've got another pile for drawer use occasionally. All right, this is a really good one. These are all mixed up, by the way. This is the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place. This is amazing. This is so good. This is definitely going to go in my use all the time eyeshadow palettes. All my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes are just, oh, they're so amazing. They're wonderful. So this, they have a Saharan palette 2 that's coming out. I'm not sure if you saw that in the show today. It's being delayed, so they're going to release like I think it's like the Magic palette or something. They're going to release that first. So, yeah, so Juvia's Place, amazing, and the price point is not bad at all. So definitely keeping that. It's going in my active use pile. All right, Urban Decay Electric Palette. I have been neglecting this hardcore. This is another one that my husband purchased for his faux beauty channel called Fun Time with John that is now inactive. Man, AJ's still showing up there. You're amazing. Did you didn't do another one, did you? Okay, no, you're just still up there. It's like, wow, that lasts up there a really long time. I've been neglecting this. I've only used it a handful of times, but I need to put it somewhere where I can find it easier because I think that I would use it more if I used it. Natalie says, have you tried the Jeffree Star palettes? I do have. I'm going to put that over in the drawer one. I do have a Jeffree Star palette. It is not being decluttered. Let me see if it's up at the top anywhere, see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's in one of these bags. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. I thought that was it, but that was not it. I do really, really like the eyeshadow palette. To be completely 100% honest with you, the man makes good makeup. I don't like him as a person. I am not purchasing anything else from him, but I will keep what I got because I really like it a lot. And I'm not promoting him. I'm being honest with you. I got a lot of flack for putting him in the end of the show last week because I said I wasn't going to promote him anymore. But I'm also not going to be biased, and I'm not going to push my viewpoints on you. And I think omitting him from the news would be pushing my viewpoints on you, which is not my right. I feel like you have the right to the information about his brand if you choose to purchase, and I am not imposing that on you. So that's why I will continue to put his brand in the show, because it is not my job to tell you what you should and should not buy. That is your right as an adult. So, enough Jeffree Star rant. That palette is staying, by the way. It's a good palette. Okay, this is one that I just got that I have not tried yet. This is the City Color Ooh La La palette. I got it with Ipsy points. I don't have high hopes for this, but I haven't tried it yet. So this is going in my I need to use this a lot pile because I haven't tried it yet. This is another Urban Decay Vice palette. This one is, I believe, the Vice 4. And it looks like that. Another one I'm just keeping for collection purposes. I don't ever reach for this. This is something I haven't reached for in forever. So I'm gonna put it in a for nostalgia purposes pile. Thank you, Tracy, for understanding. If you're not subscribed to Laura from Mrs. Lola Lynn, you have to be. You're missing out. Oh baby, baby. That's all I gotta say. Oh baby, baby. Oh baby, baby. You're missing out. She's a really good makeup reviewer, and she's gorgeous. She does really nice makeup tutorials. Okay, this is the Downtown Drama palette by Lorac. This is starting to get really old, and I don't reach for it. I don't think it's so old that I need to get rid of it, but I think I'm going to pass this one along just because I don't reach for it as much as I feel like it deserves, and I don't think I will, even though it's actually a really good eyeshadow palette. Laura says I'm not a fan of the Vice palettes for some reason, and I think I know why, Laura. This is why I think a lot of people are not a fan of them, is because they're a hot mess in organization. They are all over the flippin' place. And it's hard to figure out what to do with it. It takes so much effort and thought to figure it out. So, yeah. Laura from Mrs. Lola Lynn. See, she's right there. MRSLOLALYNN. Mrs. Lola Lynn. Such a fun channel. She has more subscribers than I do. So just to show you, not that subscribers mean everything in the world as far as figuring things out, but just so you know. She's pretty singing awesome. She gets a lot of PR too, so she gets to review a lot of really cool stuff. Oh, I'm talking to somebody's comments about my technical difficulties. All right, Sweet Peach Glow Palette. I waited too long to return this. I do not like this. I don't know why it's in this declutter because it's a highlight palette. I think I missed it in my highlight declutter though. I am going to keep it for reference purposes, but I don't like it. It's not good. it's not, well, at least for me, because it's not punchy enough for me. If you like a really light tone because you're very pale or you just like something that's very subtle, you'll probably really like this, but I personally, it's not enough for me. Oh my gosh, Sherry, thank you so much. Oh, Sherry, you are too good to me. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Thank you, Sherry. I'm going to put that over there because that doesn't belong in here. That was really, really nice. AJ just keeps rewinding on AJ. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are awesome. This is the Paula's Choice. I'm getting excited because I'm thinking about what am I going to get with this? What awesome reviews am I going to do for you? This is the Gorgeous On The Go makeup palette. I just got this from Polish Choice. I did a 5-minute makeup challenge with this. It was really fun to use. It's a wonderful travel palette. I think the code PRIMP10 is still available for $10 off your $40 purchase. This video is not sponsored. That one was, but I'm still mentioning it because I think it's still active. But yeah, this is a really, really nice travel palette. I'm definitely keeping that. And I'll probably bring this to New York with me because it's just that, it's that good for a travel palette. So we'll put that in the use all the time because I might need it for like a fast look. Okay, this is my Viseart palette. This was sent to me. I think this was the first thing Nancy sent to me. This is the Neutral Matte palette. It had a broken shadow in it, so she got a replacement one. I'm pretty sure it was Nancy. I'm reading a couple of things, make sure everything's okay. Oh, Linda says, Jen, I appreciate the fact that you're a person who promotes peace and honesty in all your videos. I try to. I love this shirt. If you've never been to a Michael Franti concert, I know I'm off topic. This says peace. It says, well, where is it? Eat, sleep, hug, kiss, dance, change the world, repeat. Michael Franti is the happiest place on earth. Whoever says Disney is the happiest place on earth has never been to a Michael Franti concert. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Just the happiest concert ever. But anyway, back to this. This is a really good eyeshadow palette. I don't show it as much love as I should. I need to clean it up and use it more because it's a really, really nice eyeshadow palette. So Denise says, Jen, you have eyeshadow on your right temple. I bet I do. Let's fix that. Thank you so much. Because you know I'd sit here the whole video and be like, man, why didn't anybody tell me? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I do. It's brown. Got it. Thank you. It's like you got a booger hanging out of your nose, Jen. Thank you. Buxom eyeshadow palettes. Hidden Gem. They're amazing. This I got with Ipsy Points. They're so, so good. If you have a chance to make your own Buxom palette, I definitely recommend it. The ones that are already pre-made, I've heard some hit and miss things. I think it was the Dolly palette that I heard wasn't as good. But this one's, this is one of the Build Your Own ones. This shade right here is called La La Lavish. It is like, ooh, amazingness. This mint green is beautiful. This gold is beautiful. I'll swatch them for you real quick. Let's swatch. Because I'm a shimmery eyeshadow palette fanatic. So I'll show you these real quick because they're just so pretty. I love them. Laura says she thought my shadow was a bruise. And Vanita says, I thought it was a birthmark I hadn't noticed before. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, these things are amazing. They're so good. The matte shades are really good too. They are a little bit on the pricey side, but if you really like these, I definitely recommend it. Felicia says, I wish I could go to IMS next week. I wish you could too. Felicia, I would give you the biggest hug. If I ever meet Felicia, I'm squeezing you. I'm going to go, and I'm going to squeeze you because I adore you. Okay, so Buxom's definitely getting kept. Here is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I think this is going to end up in a drawer, to be honest, because it's not something that I reach for very, very often. I've got all these pop-ups coming up in my corner. Rose, thank you so much, Rose. Mwah, 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 mwah. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Valerie says, now don't touch your face. I will do my best. Andrea says, Lala Lavish is amazing. It really is. This is one that I don't reach for often. My favorite shade in here that I think about when I'm like, what, I want a nice yellowy, shimmery shade, I think about Bananas in here. Bananas is a really fun shade to use. I actually remember watching a review of this on Laura's channel, I believe. And also this Nuts About You shade is really, really good. The purple shades are really weak, though, in here for some reason. It's very odd. But yes, this one's going to go in my drawer of, I like it, I'm keeping it, but I'm not going to use it every day. Another one that I love, another Juvia's Place palette. The look that I came up with this for the review for the Juvia's Place palette, I am in love with that look. It's one of my favorite looks I've ever done. I did it with this eyeshadow palette, if you go back and watch that video, or at least just like skim through and just see that eyeshadow look. Oh my gosh, so good, so good, so good. Brianna says, Jen, have you ever tried any BH Cosmetics palettes? Yes, I have some in here. They're around. They're in here somewhere. I don't know where, but they're in here. I have a few of them. I've gotten rid of most of them, to be honest, because most of them are not good quality, but I do have a couple in here that are really good that I do have to show you. I might not get there today. I think this might take weeks to go through all of these eyeshadow palettes. Really, truly, I think it's going to take weeks. This is an amazing eyeshadow palette. Totally recommend. This is going to go in my use all the time pile. This is brand new to me. This is something that I am working on a review for. This is the Too Faced Natural Love Palette. I'm hoping to be able to review this week. I'm still playing with it so far. To be honest with you, I'm really liking it. I think that this is, if you like the chocolate bar palettes, if you like they're ones that are known to be higher quality, whether you think they are or not. If you think that they are of higher quality, like the chocolate bar palette and things like that, you will probably really like this. It is one of those all-in-one, everything you need eyeshadow palettes for anybody. I mean, there's warms, there's cools. I think, well, no, there's warms and cools in here, and it's really fun. It's a good eyeshadow palette. Is it the best eyeshadow palette I've ever tried? No. But I don't think Too Faced is the best formula I've ever tried. But it is the good Too Faced formula, not the stinky, I've rushed this through because I'm trying to get the release out formula. You know what I'm saying? So, but this full review is coming up, hopefully, not this week, but the following week, because I'm going to hopefully film it this week. So this is going in the use all the time pile. This is what I'm going to pass along. This is the Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette, the purples one. This would probably go to my mother. I think she will love this. Got this in a BoxyCharm. I just don't reach for it. That girl with curls says, does Too Faced Natural have chocolate in it? No. And it actually has a very light florally kind of scent, even though there's no fragrance in here at all. But it's very, very light. Like, you have to stick your nose up to it. It's not like the typical Too Faced smelly palettes where you open it and it just gives you this waft of scent. But there is no chocolate scent. There's no vanilla scent. It's just, like, if I go like this, I can smell it. Laura says, yes, Too Faced has 2 different formulas. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what they're doing. I think they have multiple formulas, just because they have, like, these glittery ones, and they have the satin ones, and they have the matte ones, and they have this matte ones with the glitter in them. But then they have, like Laura's saying, they have like a version of them that is just like, what is even happening here? I think they just didn't test them well. I think they just rushed the palettes out. Where, like, Lorac has 2 distinct formulas, the good Lorac and the bad Lorac. There's the pro Lorac and everything else. I feel like Too Faced just, I don't know what their deal is. It's very odd. But yeah, so this does not have that strong chocolate smell. AJ says that she's super allergic to chocolate, will actually kill me. This does not have chocolate in it. It does not have cocoa. And I remember looking that up. But definitely make sure you put your eyes on it. Don't just go by me. Put your eyes on it and make sure. But I am 99.9% sure that this does not have cocoa in it. Alright, so anyway, back to this. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I don't reach for it, even though it is a very nice palette. I'm probably going to give this to my mother, because I think she'll really like this. She loves purples. This is another one from Nancy that I haven't put as much love into as I would really, really like. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate you. Megan says Too Faced is a kind of shady company. I don't know if I feel like they're shady. I don't know. I don't know. I do have some things to tell you about their shipping and their customer service. Well, not their customer service, because the customer service was good. But I do have some things I learned about their shipping. I actually videotaped the audio. I did the audio recording of my phone call with her so that I could quote her directly and not have to remember what she said. I'm not going to put the audio in the video, but I'm going to quote her directly from my audio clip about Too Faced shipping and how they do it. That's coming up in that video. I don't necessarily like their choices, but I wouldn't put them in the shady category personally. That's just me. Black Diamonds and Pearl says, Too Faced just invest in packaging and tacky marketing. Why have a good formula when the people will buy it regardless? And I think they are masters of the sneak peek. They are masters of packaging. They are masters of the gimmicky stuff that everyone will buy. Did you hear strawberry? Did you hear strawberry? I'm so off topic. But anyway, this is from Blackbird Cosmetics. I don't think they're making these anymore because the company, the woman who owns the company is not, I think she's going through some health issues. These may come back eventually, but I haven't showed enough love to this. I need to show more, so this is going to go in my use all the time, one of those palette holder things. Okay, this is another one that Nancy just sent me. I got my Nancy pile over here. Rose says, please don't put the audio in video because in many states that's illegal. Exactly, and I'm not even trying to mess with that. I'm not even trying to mess with it. But I'm going to use it for reference and quote her. That's the purpose of it. So this is the Persona Identity palette. I used it for getting ready for What's Up in Makeup this past weekend. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. I just bought an e.l.f. palette that I wanted to try out, the blush e.l.f. palette, and Nancy wants to know if the blackbirds were any good. I honestly only used it once, and I can't tell you yet. I haven't gotten there yet because it's not available anymore, so I haven't shown it as much love, and I honestly only used it once, and I don't remember, and I don't want to tell you wrong. But I am going to be using it, I promise you. I will tell you this Persona palette is stinking amazing. I had put on the e.l.f. palette, and it just wasn't punchy enough, and I laid this over top of it, and it just brought my whole eye look to life, and it's wonderful. So, Chantal's late, all that's okay. Tammy says it took forever for Too Faced to ship my palette. That's exactly what happened to me. I ordered it on the 9th, and I got it on like the 22nd or something crazy. But it'll all be in the video. So anyway, this is definitely going to go in the I need to use it all the time pile. Alright, this is from the Balm. This is the La Bomba, and I got this at Generation Beauty. I haven't used it enough. I'm working on my The Balm brand review. I know I keep saying that, and I haven't done it yet. I need to do that in May. That's like May resolution is to do that. So, Johnny says, I love you, Jen. You make my day better. Oh, thank you. You made my day better just now. You did. But anyway, I need to use this for the Balm brand review. I haven't used this nearly enough, so this needs to go up in the front. My May resolution is to do my Essence brand review and the Balm brand review. I have to do it. Okay, what is this? Okay, this is an Ofra magnetic palette. Kelsey, thank you so much. She says, your channel has gotten me through some of the hardest times in my life. I appreciate you more than you know, keep being a rock star. Don't make me cry, Kelsey. Don't you make me cry. I love you, Kelsey. Thank you. That was really nice. Thank you. It's very nice. Thank you. Alright, Ofra Pro palette. This is just some random eyeshadows in here. A lot of these are Ofra shadows. Some of them are just random. I'm pretty sure maybe they're all, I don't know. What is this? Oh, this is Blacklight by Makeup Geek. Ooh, this is pretty. Why don't I use this? Because it's in a Z palette that I never reach for. Here's Cocoa Bear. I don't know what's going on here. I think these are all Ofras over here. They're great shadows, but I don't use them very often. But I need to use them more often. Am I ever going to use them? I need to keep them. I'm not going to get rid of them. They'll go in my drawer of maybe I'll use them one day. Somebody called me selfish for keeping eyeshadow palettes in a drawer that I probably won't use. No. They're mine. I can do what I want with them. Oh. No, I'm passing along things that I know I genuinely won't use for the channel. So, I'm not selfish, so there. Felicia says, I love Cocoa Bear. It's a great shade. I mean, she named that shade after her husband, and she should have named it something like that. So, Laura says, I love the sweet things people say about you, Jen. You're such an incredible person. Thank you, Laura. I'm going to squeeze Laura when I meet her, too. I've met, like, all of her friends, and I've never met her. Because she's in, like, the Texas area, and I've never been to a thing in Texas, and that's where she goes to all of her things, and I never get to go to those. This is the NYX Professional palette by the NYX Los Angeles palette. I don't even know if this is out. I haven't seen this anywhere. I got it at Generation Beauty, and I really like it a lot. I haven't used it enough, though, so this is going to go in the front, in the use. I need to use this. I think NYX is coming out with way too many products. I can't even keep up. They're coming out with more than Too Faced. Like, did you see the video that NYX had on their channel where it's like all of their spring releases? It's like 30 products. Like, oh my gosh, it's too much. It's overwhelming. It's absolutely overwhelming. I know, Laura, we need to meet, definitely. Tammy says everyone complains about the glittery shades. Oh, which ones? I missed it. Oh, thank you, AJ. I am going to do make. I'll pass along the ones that won't be beneficial to the channel, like this one. This is the La Rock Satisfying Toffee Crunch. This came in a candy bar collection. I never reach for these. I'm going to pass these along. They are really good. I just never reach for them, so there's no point in having them. And I have enough that I'm keeping that I don't need to keep ones that I know I'm not going to reach for. Toby says, keep what you like, Jen. Thank you so much. Marinella, hi. She says, I'm back. YouTube moved my cursor and caused me to leave the chat. Oh, no. Oh, no. Becca wants to try Juvia's Place. You totally should. Alexandra says, the NYX section of my Ulta is super overwhelming. Oh, my gosh. I know there's so many palettes. All right, this is the Morphe palette. What? What? What is this? What is this thing? Did I make this? It says Morphe. What's going on with this? It doesn't have a number on it. I must have created this. I think I made this. Like with the single pans, where you buy the single pans and put them in the palette. I don't know. Do you guys know what this is? I'm so old. I think this is the first thing I ever bought from Morphe. There's no number on it. I think I must have created this. But I never use it. I have some bigger Morphe palettes that I do think I feel like I need to keep. I think I'm going to pass this one along. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine Downing, check out her YouTube channel. She says, Jen, I just wanted to tell you that you are amazing, and thanks for all the help you've given me through everything. Love you and love your channel. I talked to Catherine on Facebook and stuff. We chat about her channel and everything. Thank you very much, Catherine. I really appreciate that. Steph says you made that. I think I did, but I think I'm going to pass it along because I'm never going to reach for it. I think I made it too. A long time ago. All right, these are nostalgia palettes. Here comes some nostalgia palettes. It does look like Kathleen likes, but I think that was the one that I made. How funny is that? That hers has that bright green in it, and I did the same thing like years before, but I did it for my personal use. Vanessa says I have the Morphe 35F and the 35OS. Yeah, I have the 35OS and the 35OM. The shimmer and the matte. The Kathleen likes palettes doesn't have a mirror. Yeah. Steph says you made that palette and you were in love with it, but the relationship is over. Oh, I guess so. See, Steph knows. Steph knows me better than I know me, apparently. I think she does. Oh, here we go. It's Your Girl Rebecca. Can you check out my YouTube channel? It's Your Girl Rebecca. Yes, I will watch it on the replay. We're going to all go over to It's Your Girl Rebecca, and we're going to check out her YouTube channel. All right. Oh, Joan's here. Hi, Joan. All right, so this is a nostalgia palette. This is the Sinner palette by Kat Von D. Look how old this packaging is. Total nostalgia over here. We're keeping this. I got this off of a trade off of eDiv, and I used it like twice. But we're still keeping it for nostalgia. This is another nostalgia palette. This was another one of my very first high-end makeup purchases, and I was in love with this. Oh my gosh. I used this in so many videos in the early stages of my channel. This is the Ludwig palette by Kat Von D. In the early stages of my channel, this was my holy grail. This I use all the time. Love it. Wait, what did Steph say? Steph must have, I told you no advertising, final warning. I love you, Steph. But yeah, Kat Von D, this is definitely, I mean, look at this. Look at this packaging. I think this was her first eyeshadow palette, or one of them, from when her first set of eyeshadow palettes came out. Laura says, I had the new Morphe 35R, and I bought it on a whim, and I really like it. I've seen great things about it. The tutorials I've seen, like, I saw one on Jacqueline Hill's channel that she did a really nice job with it. So I'm kind of on the fence with Morphe, because I don't know, it's one of those things, like, you don't know what to believe with Morphe, you know? Like, some of the Morphe shadows I've tried have been terrible, and sometimes I've tried them, and it's been hit or miss, you know? Like, I don't know what to think about them. This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. I really like this. This is like holy grail status. This is like a must-have for me, for my collection, to, if I ever need just one of these kind of shades, either a transition or something to deepen the outer corner or a brow bone shade. I know that I can count on this palette to be there for me, and I love it. Morphe says, I usually don't go for Morphe. Yeah, that's awesome that they're improving their formula. That's wonderful. Another thing that Nancy sent me, she got this in her Beautylish Lucky Bag, I'm pretty sure, but I think she already owned it. I think that's the story behind it, if my memory is serving me correctly. And she was kind enough to send it to me, and I used it yesterday, and I went, this is so good, oh my gosh. I don't know about the price point, because the price point still freaks me out. But, oh my gosh, it was so fun to play with. I really enjoyed it. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my gosh. This is the Brown Green palette by Natasha Denona, and it's like a $250 eyeshadow palette. Like, I would never have purchased this. There's no way. There's no way I would have purchased this, because it's way out of my price range. But I'm really enjoying the eyeshadows in here. I'll show you, I have another small Natasha Denona palette that I never reach for it because of the shade selection. I don't know what I was thinking getting that. But these, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I used this one right here, this brown-green shade. I used some of them over here. And then I can't remember what I used. You can watch the Periscope. It's still on my Periscope. Nancy is a hero. She allows me to do so much on this channel that I would never be able to do. But I'm really looking forward to trying some of these greens more. And I didn't have the fallout that I thought I would have with these, because look how sparkly they look, you know? So let me swatch a couple for you, because they're just They're not as gritty as I thought they would be. I thought they'd be grittier. Some of them have a little bit more like, they're not quite as tightly packed. See how that one came off chunky? They're, it's like straight up like gold flecks, but then you can blend it in. So I just blended those chunks in. I don't own the Lorac Unzipped Gold, unfortunately. I passed on that. So, I mean, that's just stupid how awesome that looks. It's ridiculous. So I'm still playing with it. Again, I've only used it one time. Totally just dug my finger into that. Do you see that? How that one is very chunky. Yeah, too expensive for me, just a teacher, Tammy says, girlfriend. I know. I'm not a teacher anymore, and it's still too expensive for me. But I'm really, really thankful to have it. So this is definitely going in my use all the time pile. This is another eyeshadow palette that I made. This is by Coastal Scents. I think I'm going to keep this one because this one I have a sentimental attachment to because it's the first eyeshadow palette that I built, and I really like it a lot. I think I did a pretty good job. There's some weird funkiness going on in here, but overall I think it was really nice. The idea was it's supposed to be like a fall palette. It's supposed to be like fall leaves and things like that. And I don't have anything like this neon orange or this bright yellow or this one right here. I don't have shades like that, so I'm going to keep that one. That's going to go in my may use sometimes pile. Nancy says, Terry Lee says, hip hip hooray for Nancy, I agree. And then Steph said something, she said the bottom blue shade is my favorite, yes. Oh, I haven't done that one. Hold on a minute, let me look and see what the deal is with that. Bottom blue shade, it must not be this palette because there's no blue in here. I don't know what she's talking about, I missed it. Alright. Too Faced Chocolate Chip Palette. I should have returned this because I should have returned it, but it is nice to have for reference purposes, so this is going to go in my I probably use every once in a while drawer. It's not a bad palette. It's just difficult to use on its own. You kind of have to mix it with other things, especially if you're a woman of color. It's just, there's so much light in here. Like, I talked about this in the review of it, when I did the full review of it. My friend Tina Marie, which is another channel that you just have to subscribe to. There's a few Tina Marie. She's got big hair right now, like big curls. But she put this on her deep skin tone, and it was like disco ball eyes. Like, there was nothing else she could do with it, because it's just so bright and white. But it is pigmented, so just so you know. Steph, you keep saying blue-green. Oh, blue-green shade. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me look. Let me look back from the bottom. Like, this one down here, maybe? I'll swatch a couple of these. These look almost like they're exactly the same, these babies over here. These two, why did they include those two? They look almost exactly the same. Let's see, let's swatch. Woo! Yeah, they're like the exact same shade. Why did she do that? Why did she do that? I don't know. Lorac Unzipped is today. Yes, I heard that it's already sold out, though, someone commented. But why are those the same? Why did she do that? I don't know. Tammy says, I heard so many bad reviews that I didn't buy the chocolate chip palette. You're not missing out too much. Plus, it doesn't call to you. Don't buy it. Shan says, I'm so glad I passed on it. I have a deep skin tone. Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh, here's the other Natasha Denona palette. This one I got at IMATS last year. Last year, I believe. And I just don't reach for it. I've used it a few times, but the color selection is weird. I don't know why I bought this one. It looked different when I swatched it than when I bought it, and I was like, why don't all these shades look the same? But I'm going to put this in, I'm going to keep out the big Natasha Denona, and I'm going to put this one in the drawer. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to put this one in the drawer. I'm going to pass this along to somebody, because I know I'm not going to reach for it, and now I have the big Natasha Denona, so I don't need this anymore. Yeah, Jenny says, because you need two cloudy blues. I don't know what the deal is with that. Andrea says, I finally get to watch you in your live. Hi! Hi, Andrea! So I'm going to go ahead and pass that little Natasha Denona along. You know, that's a really expensive palette. I'm still going to pass it along. We are only, boyfriend, we're almost done with one bag. We've got 2 bags left. Just so you know, this is going to be like a 3-week adventure into my eyeshadow. Alright, this is Makeup Revolution Girls on Film palette. I got this for a collab with Kristen Game, and it's okay, but I don't use it enough, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that along. We did a 4 looks 1 palette. I did Kristen's 4 looks 1 palette with this, and it is very special to me for that purpose, but I think I can let it go. I'm going to pass that along. Alright, this is another Coastal Scents palette. I think that they sent me these shades. I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to pass these along. I don't reach for these. They're crazy. Some of them are okay, but I'm going to pass these along. Okay, this is another Coastal Scents palette. Look, it's still in the box. This was their Summer Breeze palette. They sent it to me, I think, in the beginning of September. So it was like, how can I even review that, the Summer Breeze palette, in the beginning of September? I think that's when it was released, too. But I haven't even swatched this. This is brand new. It's pretty, though, isn't it? Now I feel like I might want to use it. Now that I'm looking at it, now I'm like, Now this is calling to me. It was not calling to me in September. Now it's calling to me. I think I'm going to keep this now. I wasn't going to. I had all intentions of passing this along, but now I'm like, oh, wait a second. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Karen says 3 eyeshadow declutters is okay. I think that's going to happen. Mallory says, you're on a roll, Jen. Keep passing. All right. Well, I'm going to keep this one now because this one now is making me happy in my heart. I'm going to put that in my use all the time because I need to use that palette. Okay, another Makeup Revolution. This is the Mermaids Forever palette. This is a shadow palette that I never really used. Again, Mallory says it looks like the electric. It does a little bit. We can hold them up next to each other. I'm never going to use this. I don't know why I bought it. Because I was trying out Makeup Revolution, and I wanted to try it, and I don't, it's okay. It's just okay. Let me hold this up next to the electric palette. So here's the Urban Decay Electric. Looks like this. And here is the Coastal Scents Summer Breeze. There's definitely some similar shades in here. It's definitely different, though. But there's some similarities. Very interesting. Alright. Let's see. This is new. This is the NYX Perfect Filter Eyeshadow Palette. I really like this a lot. I got this at Generation Beauty as well. And I really like this. So I'm definitely going to be keeping that. I'm going to put that in my use all the time. I have a lot of things going in my use all the time. A lot of things and stuff. Okay, this is something I'm going to pass along that Coastal Scents sent me. This is the Coastal Scents Social Eyes, Glamour Eyes, and Formal Eyes. It's the Style Eyes. You get like this right here. You get these little books. I never use these. I'm passing these along. Smashbox. This is getting returned still. I have the receipt for these Smashbox eyeshadow palettes. I did a full review on these. I hated them. Not hated them. I disliked them a lot. So this is going to get passed along. Not passed along. This is going to get returned. So that's going to go in its special pile. All right, need a little bit more coffee. Get through this last 13 minutes. Renee says, just purchased the IT Cosmetics All Matte Palette #1. Cannot get pigmentation out of it. Do I need to get the first layer off of it in order to show it better my eyelids? I don't have good hope for it if it's already not working. Felicia! Coming through again. Thank you, Felicia. I appreciate you. Yeah, I have some IT Cosmetics palettes, and I haven't had that problem with them. You may want to try putting it over a white base like NYX Pencil and Milk, or lay down one of the cream shadows first and then build on top of it. Those are some things that you might want to try to do. But IT Cosmetics eyeshadows are hit and miss for me. And they seem to be hit and miss for a lot of people. Some people have trouble with them muddying together, things like that. I did not buy the superhero one. I heard bad things. Holly says, Too Faced Clover Gen. I haven't decided. I'm on the fence. I haven't decided. The picture just came out of it, so I'm still processing. I want more images first. We'll see. All right, this is the Note Professional Eyeshadow. This was given to me at Generation Beauty. I really want to try this Note stuff. I haven't given it enough of a shot, so we're going to go ahead and keep that. I have a few Note palettes that I want to try. All right, we got 2 more palettes in this bag. So this is the brand new one, not brand new, but this is the one that I just got, the e.l.f. Rose Gold palette. I definitely want to play with this more. I just got this, so this is going to go in the use a lot pile. And then this is the Essence All About the Grays eyeshadow palettes. I really like these little palettes a lot. I have a couple of them. Really like them. Valerie! Oh, she says, Jen, your friendship makes me so happy, and I would love to support your channel. You're a wonderful person, and I love you. Valerie's my Supernatural buddy. We talk about Supernatural. I watch Supernatural while I'm editing the Makeup News Show. This is what I do. I edit, I'll edit 5 minutes of footage, and then I can watch 5 minutes of Supernatural. That's how I, budget it out. So Valerie is, she's my Supernatural sister over here. So thank you, Valerie. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Sherry says, yes, do Note. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure there was that much interest in Note, but that's awesome. Holly says, if you can only have one palette, Jen, what would it be? Girlfriend, that's like trying to choose between my children. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could. I honestly don't think I could. I don't think I could choose. If I had to, Juvia's Place Nubian palette. I think that's the one I would have to pick. It used to be the chocolate bar palette, but I don't like the quality as much as I like Juvia's Place. So Natalie says I love Supernatural. Me too. I've got a celebrity crush on Jared. He's pretty cute. My celebrity crush. Anyway, Gray's Palette Essence. This is really good. I'm going to put this in my drawer of keep. Alright, so that's it for this bag. This bag is done. So, we're going to show you, we're going to do, let's see, what do I want to show you? Okay. So, I'm going to make a little pile. Okay, so these are the palettes that I am going to put in my drawer to use possibly sometimes. Team Dean, totally. I do like Jared. Wait, did I say the names wrong? Dean is the one that I have a girl crush on, and my girl crush, you know what I'm saying. And then, but I like Sam too. Sam's like the intellectual, so I like that side of him. There's just something weird about, I don't know, it doesn't set right with me. These are the ones I'm keeping with for nostalgia purposes, just a small stack of those. Alright, the ones I'm keeping in my keep out of this bin. Here's some. These are the ones that I'm going to put in my use all the time. How am I going to use all these palettes all the time? I don't know. I don't know. Gotta use my eyeshadow every single day. These right here. Whoa! I gotta make sure I do my eyeshadow every day. Love Heatherette says Jared was my first celebrity crush when he was in Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's New York Men movie. Was he really? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Team Cass, I do like him too. He wasn't in the last episode though. I missed him in that episode. But anyway, these are the more of the, I need to use these all the time, and then this was in there too. And then my pass-alongs are here. Oh, here's my pass-alongs. So I think I did pretty good for pass-alongs. That's a lot of palettes to get rid of. So I'm happy with that. I'm content. Considering I'm such a shadow palette addict, I'm content. So let's go ahead and move on to the next, oh, and then this is getting returned. Let's go ahead and move on to the next bag. Oh my gosh. We'll move on a little bit. Okay. Sherry says, I never got the hype about Supernatural. Just really good writing. Laura says, Jen, I love you. So glad I got to tune in today. I got to go make brunch for my kiddos. Well, have a wonderful day, Laura. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Yay. I'm happy you're here. 40 plus 411 says, please, Supernatural is like choosing which Botticelli you like more. I don't know that. I don't know that. Aspen says, I did awesome. Thank you. Catherine says, you should put the ones you want to use all the time in the green holder behind you. That way they're out and you see them. Yes, this one is kind of like my display one. So I put in like, I have specific palettes I put in this one, like the Urban Decay palettes and the Too Faced palettes. And kind of got like a setup that I like there. And then I've got two other ones. I've got the flower one that was in the background of all my other videos. And then I've got another one. I'll show you in a second. Actually, I'll show you now. Why am I showing you in a second? I'll show you now what we're talking about now. Might as well talk to you about it. Okay. So if you've been with my channel for a very long time, oh my gosh, there's 2 more palettes in here. Are you serious? All right, this is my other Buxom palette. This is getting kept. And then the Lorac I Heart Brunch palette that I still haven't decided if I'm keeping it or not. I'm probably gonna return this, to be honest. I think I'm gonna return it. It's so pretty though. It's so hard to return. I think I'm gonna return that. I still can. But if you've been with my channel for a really long time, this was sitting behind me in my old house. So I use this one, and then I also have, pull the stuff out of it, some contour palettes and stuff in there. I also have this one. These things can be purchased at any of those discount stores like TJ Maxx, is it Marshall's? TJ Maxx, like Nordstrom Rack. Home Goods is a really great place to get these kinds of things, stuff like that. So, yes, on these. So I have 3 of them. I have this one for display, and then I have these 2 for, like, use all the time. But yes, Catherine, I am going to put those out. Okay. Jenna says Lorac didn't call to you. Good for you. I'm so glad it didn't call to you. Because it's really, I mean, it's just kind of difficult to work with. And it's supposed to be for a light wash of color. I think that's kind of the point of it. Eden says Tati just gave the Lorac Brunch palette a rave review. I know, I saw. And she didn't call it, she called it something different, which I thought was very odd. I don't know what she called it, but she didn't call it the I Heart Brunch. She called it something different. Makeup Over Brunch or something like that. I don't know if that's like a international name for it or something. My shirt, it says eat, sleep, hug, kiss, dance, change the world, repeat is what it says. It looks like this. But yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't give it a rave review. I was surprised that she liked the lavender shade because that's my least favorite shade in the palette. It's not good. At least for me. I couldn't get it to work, but she's much more talented than me at makeup, so maybe she's better at getting it to work. I don't know. Yeah, Queen of Brunch or something. I don't know what she called it, but where I bought it, it was called I Love Brunch palette. So, but anyway, it was just okay for me. I'm returning it. I didn't like it. But the thing is as a reviewer, everybody has different opinions, you know, and that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions. This is something that I got on sale. I think I got it either on Holt Look or at Nordstrom Rack. This is the Too Faced Rock and Roll palette. It was horrible. It was horrible. I hated it. It was just, the payoff was bad. The fallout was bad. It just didn't work the way that it was supposed to, so I'm going to pass that along. The Too Faced Matte Eye palette, this is a really nice one. I'm going to keep this one. This one's going to go in my drawer. Black Diamonds and Pearls says, either way, the name is weird. Totally agree. This is the Too Faced Romantic Eye. I never reached for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that one along. I am going to keep the matte eye, but I'm going to pass along the Romantic Eye. I used to have these in the background behind me because I thought they were cool looking, but I'm going to pass that along. All right, what do you guys think I'm going to do with this one? Too Faced Modern Renaissance. I think I'm going to keep this one. I think I just might. You know, because it's kind of a good palette. You know, it's kind of good. This is an amazing eyeshadow palette. I did a review of this one as well. It's so good. It's so good. I compared this to the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, and it's just, it's an amazing palette. If these colors call to you, I definitely recommend it. I do wish that there was a black in here, but, you know, whatever. It's good. The quality's amazing. Definitely keeping that one. I've given that one a lot of love, and that's to say something, because I don't give any eyeshadow palette a lot of love, to be honest. Ever. Because there's always something else I'm trying to do. Steph says pass. We should do smash or pass. We should totally do smash or pass with these eyeshadow palettes. Alright, this is going to be a smash. No, this is a pass. This is the Hard Candy eyeshadow palette. I got this from a subscriber of mine. Somehow I won a giveaway on her channel. I don't know how. I commented on a video that she had a giveaway on, but I didn't know I was entering, or else I wouldn't have, like, I would have said don't enter me, because I really wasn't, it just kind of showed up at my house, and then I felt kind of bad. But I did actually really like this Hard Candy eyeshadow palette. I passed along the other one that I had won in that giveaway. I think I'm going to pass this one along at this point, even though it is a pretty good eyeshadow palette. I don't know if it's still available. It's called the Top Trendsetters Eyeshadow Collection in Birthday Suit. It's actually quite nice, but I'm going to pass it along. This one's fun. AJ says, did Too Faced reformulate the natural matte? I don't think so. I think that it's the same formula as the, like the chocolate bar palette and stuff like that. Like, if you think about, like, the eyeshadow palettes that people like from Too Faced, that's what we've got going on in the Too Faced Natural Love palette. But I haven't tried all the shades yet, so I still have to, I have a couple more days to try it before I review it. This is the Serenity and Scott Samantha Riley eyeshadow palette, and it's signed by Samantha Riley, which I was like, Samantha signed my eyeshadow palette. Like, it was awesome. Like, she's a fellow YouTuber. She's got a smaller channel, similar to my size, and I really like Samantha as a person. I think she's funny, and she's been very sweet to me every time I've met her in person. I've met her like 3 times. So this is the eyeshadow palette she designed with Serenity and Scott, and it's a great quality eyeshadow palette. It's very expensive, though. I want to say that this was like a $50 eyeshadow palette or something for this, and I felt like it was overpriced, but it is really high quality, really good shadows. I don't know, I guess you get what you pay for, so if you're going to pay more money, at least it's really good quality, but I haven't bought anything else from Serenity and Scott just because of the price point, but I did really like this. I wanted to buy it to support Samantha, so I'm going to go ahead. I wouldn't say Samantha is a friend of mine because we're not, like, close, but we're acquaintances, I would say. Where she knows me, I know her, but we don't, like, talk all the time or anything. So yeah, so this is a good one. I'm going to put this in my drawer, even though it's really good. All right, are we out of time? We're out of time. All right, let's do one more. So we're going to smash that one. This one is definitely another smash. This is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I've ever used. It's amazing. It's coming back for a limited release, they said, in the summer. It's a mess. I just noticed how messy this eyeshadow palette is, but it's so good. It's so good. Holly says she wants the Master Palette by Mario palette. I missed that one. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So I will never get it, probably. That's okay. Tiffany says, if you could do a collab with a brand eyeshadow palette, who would it be? Juvie is placing Colored Rain, but I don't think that they would want to collab with me. I think it would be fun to do a collab with ColourPop, to be honest, because their press shadows are actually really good. I'm not as big of a fan of their the creamy shadows, but if I could do like a lippy stick with them, I would do lippy sticks. I really like their lippy sticks. I wouldn't do liquid lipstick with them, but I would do lippy sticks and lip liners, and I would do pressed shadows with them. I would really like that. That's more realistic. I still think that I'm small potatoes for them. But one day, maybe. One day. Lucy says, love you, Jen. I love you back! But this is a great eyeshadow palette. It's fantastic. If you can get your hands on this, highly recommend. If you like these shade colors. Really, really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. That one's going to go in my use all the time pile. So it is now 11 o'clock. I'm going to spend some time with my children. I think we're going to go grocery shopping as a family. We haven't done that in a while. Usually my husband just goes. But because of the debacle last night, I'm going to tell you a quick story of the debacle from last night. It was just ridiculous. So yesterday, let me tell you the story about the show. The decluttering is over. So if you were here just for the decluttering, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in chat in 2 weeks because we're not having chat next week because I'll be at IMATS in New York. But I want to tell you the story real quick. So Steph says, everyone go on the website, collab suggestions, everyone go to ColourPop's website and suggest Jen. That would be amazing. I know Steph did. Thank you. But I don't think that they would want to collab with me. I think I'm too small. But that would be amazing. I would really like that. Thank you. But so if you want to go to ColourPop and tell them that you want me to do a collab with them, that would be spectacular. But I still don't think they would pick me. But you never know. They could, right? So anyway, let me tell you real quick the story. So let's start with yesterday. I finished editing the show at like 11:30 yesterday. I was so proud of myself. It's the earliest I've ever finished the show. I hung out with my kids. My daughter had a performance thing for her viola. It was like one of those things where you go and perform it in front of a judge and then they score you. So she had that and we hung out and we just had like a nice family day because I was done with the show. I was waiting for Tabitha to send me the late breaks. And then I texted her and she sent me a text message and said that she couldn't do the late breaks. Not a text message, she sent me a Facebook message at like noon telling me she couldn't do the late breaks. But because I'd been out with my family, I never checked my Facebook and I didn't realize she could do the late breaks. So I was like, okay. So I went on and I started doing the late breaks and I came up to film the late breaks. I filmed the late breaks and I filmed about half of the late breaks and then my memory card ran out of space, right? So I took my memory card off, I stuck it in my computer, and I was like, well, the show's pretty much done. I don't really need it on my memory card anymore, so I'll just take the show off of my memory card, put it in the trash, and if I need the file for any reason, I'll just pull it out of the trash, no big deal. So I threw away everything off of my memory card, put it in the trash on my laptop computer, threw the memory card back in the camera, reformatted it, shot the late breaks, put it back in, went back to insert the late breaks into the show, and the file was missing for the later end of the show. And I was freaking out. Like, I was crying. I had mascara everywhere. I just got this new Wet n Wild mascara, and the mascara was everywhere. I was freaking out. I woke up my husband accidentally because I was freaking out. I was trying to be quiet, but I was like, no, not my show, not my show. And I was freaking out because that tail end of the show, the file was missing because I had thrown it in the trash. And then when I went to look back in my trash, it was gone. It wasn't in my trash can. So I don't know, because it was a big file, maybe it deleted it automatically. I don't know what happened, but the file was gone. So he spent about 10 minutes trying to find it on my computer, and there was no reason why I couldn't have gone downstairs and got another card. Like, I could have solved this in a different way, but I didn't. So this is at like midnight last night, where I thought I was done with the show. Not midnight. No, it wasn't midnight yet. It was midnight well, anyway, it was late. It was late. So anyway, yeah, I lost a piece of the show because I threw it in my trash can and I couldn't get it back out. So that's why the show got ruined. So I was like freaking out, like upset. So my husband couldn't go back to sleep. So we ended up going to the gym in the middle of the night. And we both ended up sleeping in and everything. But I didn't go to bed till like 4 o'clock because I was finishing, no, it was like 3:30. Because I was finishing up editing the show, refilming and everything. It was awful. It was awful. So Candy says large files are deleted automatically and not just sent to the trash. Nancy! I love you, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate you. You're amazing. You're amazing. Like I said, anybody that does Super Chat, I'm putting it into a spreadsheet, and I'm keeping track of what I purchased so that I can make sure that you know what you purchased for the channel. So, Ty says, seriously, Nancy, be my friend. I know. She's ridiculous. She's like somebody compared her to like a patron of the arts, how they do donations for like artists and things. Nancy's my patron. And she's such a good person. She's like the people that go to like Africa and like help people and help like places for children. Like she's like that person. Like she's just one of those philanthropic people. She's just one of those people that just are almost not human. They're so good. You know what I mean? Like they're like, she's like angelic. The things that she does in her life, it's just unbelievable. I hope she doesn't mind that I said that about that. She is like a fairy godmother. I don't think that she's real. I think that Nancy is an actual angel. I really do. At least she has been to me. She's going to get me crying. Okay, I'm going to get off here before I cry, because the tears are starting to come. So, I'm going to... Okay, Swarupa wanted to know when the VIB sale is yet. I don't know. I will let you know as soon as I know. But, she is. She's like my fairy godmother. She is. Like sometimes I don't think that she's a real person. She can't be. She's like an angel. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pop off here. It's 5 minutes after, but I did want to tell you that then. FBH16 says, "Wow, I didn't know Super Chat was a thing. I didn't know until I went on to other people's channels. So love you back, Nancy. So thank you so much. Latina says, absolutely love your awesomeness as per its definition. Enjoy your family. In my life, I realize how short it really is. We all have catastrophic illnesses. Now we enjoy. Yes, exactly. We all have. Yeah. Yeah, we need to enjoy every day. I totally understand. Dakota says, Jen, just please throw away the Jeffree Star ones. I'm not going to throw it away. I like it. That's my personal choice. I'm not going to throw it away because I enjoy the eyeshadow palette. And I'm not that hardcore. I don't like him as a person, what he presents himself to be on social media. I don't know him personally, but I'm not going to throw in my eyeshadow palette. That's my personal choice. And everyone has a right to their own personal choice. That's mine. So, but anyway. Lisa says the VIB 20% off. I think it's 15 in the spring. Yeah, Jenna says she thinks it's 15. Bye, Terry Lee. Big hugs to Terry Lee. Everyone send Terry Lee some positive vibes. Terry Lee's going through a lot health-wise right now. We're going to do a little evangelical love to Terry Lee. Love to Terry Lee. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Yes, we will let you know when the VIB sale, when I find out information about the VIB sale. So I'm going to stop procrastinating, and I'm going to pop off here. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2 weeks. I'll see you in review videos, but I won't see you in chat next week because I'm going to be at IMATS, so I'll see you in 2 weeks. And we're going to get into another one of these bags. Hopefully we'll get through the eyeshadow declutter. I have a feeling we won't. I have a feeling we're going to need 2 more weeks for this eyeshadow declutter. So, oh my gosh, I'm so shiny. All right, guys, mad love. I'll see you in a while. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, I keep repeating myself. Get out of here, Jen. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Mad love. Bye.